Now has really been far beyond anyone's dreams within our family. So my dad would have never thought we could have grown this large. I didn't either. No one in the family could have ever dreamed at this point, because we were such a little fringe brand. So the reason Dad started Now as a brand was he was in a store one day and someone brought one of his products from a local supermarket and it was about half the price. And he was very embarrassed that his own product was being sold through a middleman to his store, but it was being sold direct to a supermarket at lower prices and they were discounting it dramatically. So he decided that he needed a separate brand that would be dedicated to the natural food stores and sold direct. So he started his own brand called Now in order to make natural products that were healthy, that were quality, but affordable. And that was a new thing for that age.
Now products have been in my house for at least 20 years that I know of, that I've been into fitness and running. And it's become my go-to because I've come to rely on Now and its quality and its good solid ingredients. Having the orange bottles and things in my pantry is just, it's kind of a given. It's just the way I am, it's part of my life. And I just love having that comfort factor of the trust in the Now brand.
I grew up at Now Foods, so we had our first building in Melrose Park, Illinois. It was actually a very small facility, although as a kid it was huge. So we had boxes everywhere and my dad took us to work and he would work, the kids would play, and as we grew up we started working. I was actually only maybe 10 years old when I first started packaging, and I packaged nuts and seeds and flours and grains and later on some vitamins. So another aspect of my dad's strategy from the beginning was to have a wide variety of products. And what he saw was that health food stores needed a value brand. Not just 2 or 3 SKUs, but they needed a lot of products. So he developed Now as a brand that would be very wide. Today we have about 1,500 SKUs and really supply everything that the natural health food store would need to service their customers. So our first big hit was Max EPA. It came about in 1983 or 1984. Max EPA was the first major fish oil. That really launched our business. It opened up a whole lot of doors to new customers. And it wasn't until maybe 1990, the early 90s, that we started seeing very significant growth. So we started growing on average 40% a year. And multiply that year over year, it started adding up. By comparison, 2018 versus 1985, now has gone from under $1 million sales to over $500 million. We sell to over 70 countries international. We've become amazingly successful, and it's somewhat surprising and certainly humbling. We had 12 employees in 1985, and today we have over 1,500. We do so much work today with quality to make sure our product is exactly what's on the label. So we have 150 employees today, plus just working on quality on our products. 150 people. So 20 years ago, I think we had 2. The world has changed dramatically. Our testing is just exhaustive. The natural food industry has grown up. It used to be a very small cottage industry. Now it's multinational, it's huge. So many of the brands in the natural food field are now owned by large Fortune 500 companies. It's interesting. Now gets probably 4 offers every business day to buy our company. It's kind of overwhelming. Every single one we tell them thanks but no thanks, we're not interested. That's not in our game plan. And long term, that's my dad's legacy. He wants to have an independent, family-run business